I've decided that I'm going to play with putting a background in there. Now, some of you may have done this in other classes with me, but I don't think we've done it for a while. So I'm going to show you how to put this background, a seamless background in the background of this. So what I'm going to do is the following. I'm going to use a square marquee here. And again, use your own pictures and do this with your own self. Square marquee, and I'm going to pick sort of, I'm going to pick something that I can do a good repetition with. So I'm going to pick sort of this area. I'm going to copy it. I'm going to file, new. It's going to be the clipboard. Okay, create, Control V. There it is. All right, that's what I'm working on to make my non-repeating pattern. Now, this is how you do this. You go to Filter, Other, Offset, and you'll notice what I'm going to do is I'm going to offset it so I can see where all the edges are going to be, because that's what I don't want to see ever again. All right, that's pretty good. All right, now that I've got that, I'm going to use my cloning tool, and I'm going to use the cloning tool, and I'm just going to keep cloning into areas. So I'm going to shift here and clone down here, shift here, clone down here. You'll notice I keep hitting Alt and doing it in different areas. Alt, click down, 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 Alt, click down. And this takes a lot of time to just do. And what you're doing is you're really just trying to make that edge disappear. And sometimes depends on what you've chosen. Notice I chose something that's got a pretty strong pattern in it to do this with. I may have to like take a whole flower and put the whole flower here to get rid of that line. Okay, this, I'll move that around here. And I'm going to not spend all the time. You need to do it. So it's Alt, click Alt. I'm in the clone, and I'm clicking down, and then I'm just adding it to different actions. Now I'm going to show you what my last final one looked like. Oops, let's see if I can find it. No, there it is. Okay, so there it is. I have taken this, and I have, let me see if I can go back. And I used, let me go back one. And what I'm going to do with this, and what I did with this, is I actually used the filter gallery. I used the same one on it. I used the dry brush on it just to make it whatever. And so this one has actually been, so if I use offset, you'll see that it's completely seamless. There are no edges on this. So that's what you're working for. Okay, so now I've got this done. What I need to do is make it a pattern. So again, I'm going to use the square marquee, make sure there's no feather, and I'm going to select the whole thing. Let me just make sure I get the whole thing. Okay, I got the whole thing. And I'm going to say Edit, Define Pattern. And this is going to put this in pattern. I'm going to call this Flower 2. All right, so now I've got this defined. I'm going to go back to my image. Whoops, wrong image. There we go. Let's see. Where were we when we last left off? Nope. I have it here somewhere. It's untitled. Nope. Nope. There we are. Okay. That took a moment. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to duplicate this. Image, adjustment, layer. I'm going to, where's my dim image? Duplicate. I'm going to duplicate, and I'm going to duplicate merge layers only. So now I just have it clean in the background. And you'll see me doing this over and over again. Again, this is sort of my technique. Now I'm going to go into my paint bucket tool, and I'm going to go up here from foreground to pattern. And when I go here, I'll see my two patterns. I did it before, so there's my pattern. When I fill the background, I have the image there. Now, I really should have, before I've done this, let me get this, let me get back here, duplicate image, okay, is I really want to crop this out because I want that background to look pretty good. So again, I'm really thinking about how I want that image to be in the space. And I'm going to give this one a little bit more patterning. Okay. Now I'm going to go and make my add mine and then put my, using the fill tool pattern, put that down, and so I've got this. Ooh, I've got to crop that a little bit. Not like that edge there. Okay. All right. So I've got this done. Again, I might play. Better to have a little bit more to crop with than a little less. Okay. So I'm loving the way that looks for the moment.